Hey there, it's Tina with Wild Hair Vintage Finds. Thank you so much for coming by. I am going to show you today the rest of the story. In other words, everything that's left over in bin 18. And then we're moving on to a new thing. I'll try to be quick. I apologize, I've been sick the last, goodness, week or so. And so I haven't been able to do a lot of filming, but today's the day. I'm gonna shoot this off to you, and then I have an order. Yeah, just one, an order to get out, and I will take care of that. But I want to start with these lovelies. Isn't that cute? It's a whole set. It's a set of 4. They're by Pier 1, and they are these wonderful little cherry measuring cups. Now, I wish I could say they were stackable, but they're not really. I mean, you can do maybe 2, like this is. But I'm thinking if you have a shelf that has the peg hooks that they could go on, that would be really adorable. Or a shelf that you just want to have a cupboard, cabinet, something like that, that they could just be on display. It'd be really cute. Great for farmhouse decor, that kind of thing. The other thing I want to show you is this lovely piece. This is a Noritake design. It is, I don't know, is that upside down? I'm not even going to try to figure it out. But it's a wonderful design. These kinds of scenic hand-painted designs were very, very popular with Noritake and with Japanese makers just in general. But what I liked about this one, usually when you see these, you see like a little house and a lake or a pond, and maybe see a swan or a goose swimming. But this one is unique to me because of the bridge. Do you see that? That's kind of unusual. I loved the colors. It probably was... at one time it had a lid, but it didn't have it when I bought it. But I just really like the designs and the detailing, even on the handles. It's in excellent shape, other than lidless, I should say. So, but it's fun. I have some other Noritake pieces. Now that one, just doing the research, I believe was from the 1920s to 30s. They were, at that point, it was made in Japan, not Nippon. If you ever come across something that says made in Nippon, that means it was before World War I believe, because back then they could call it Nippon. That's what they called Japan. And after that, when those items came into America for import, they had to say on there, made in Japan. Next, we have this lovely piece. Let me turn it a little bit for you. It's a rose bowl, and it has lovely detailing on it. It is quite old, I think, just judging from the coloration. Another way to look is to even check out the ring on a piece, see what kind of wear is on there. But just the feel of it and everything, to me, it just feels at least older than the next piece I'm going to show you. This is a sample of geisha ware, very popular back in the day. Has a little bit of the gold detailing is done in a moriagi style, meaning it has some dimension to it, much like it just causes a texture with it. Moriagi is simply where they take a little bit of slip or clay and then detail it onto an item. Anyway, kind of a unique thing. I'm trying to hurry and not talk as much as I usually do. This is a lovely geisha ware vase. It's got a nice scalloped edge to it on the top or the neck. Beautiful detailings throughout. Now, I believe what they did with these is that they would do a little bit of a transfer wear and then highlight and detail it with the moriagi. This also has some wear to it, but no label or anything. I think the label must have fallen off at some point. But I think it's a beautiful example of geisha wear. Then we have this lovely piece. This is a mid-century modern candle holder. It is varied sizes, 3 sizes. It looks copper, but I think it's only a copper tone. Get it? Copper tone. But it's not copper through and through. And it does have a little bit of a wear spot. I don't know if you can see it there or not. That kind of shows the metal underneath. But I thought it was a lovely piece, mid-century styling. Would look great on a book. I just picture it with a bookshelf and nice green plant next to it or something. It would be very cool. Then we have this lovely Asian piece. It is a trinket dish, and I like it. It's got a shiny, glossy lacquer finish on the bottom, and then this beautiful matte or satin finish on the top. The design on there, initially, I kept calling it grape clusters. They're not. They're actually, I think it's 3 lotus flowers. I don't know how I got grape cluster. I think the outline shape of it just makes me want to have a glass of Cabernet or something. Anyway, very, very cute detailing, lightweight. It's always good to have a few of these decorative trinket dishes all around. Actually, I don't know about you, but I tend to take my jewelry off while I'm watching TV, or I take my rings off before I do the dishes. So it's nice to have something nearby that looks good, but can hold your goodies, keep them safe. And you do need to know, I work in a jewelry store part-time. If you do have precious jewels and gold and stuff, do take it off before you clean and do dishes, especially if you use bleach, chlorine, hot tubbing, that kind of thing. You want to take those things off to preserve the gold, actually. I said actually again. I'm trying not to. Help me with that. This piece I originally thought was Italian just because of the weight of it. It's a pretty heavy piece. And the craftsmanship of this is really nice. Now, I didn't think it was Murano, but I did think it was Italian. It turns out what this actually, there's that word, what this is a piece by Mikasa. It's called Impromptu. And it was a line that they came up with. I think they did some other vases, possibly even some Ewers, pictures, that kind of thing. That was from Poland, handcrafted in Poland. So it's a real lovely piece. It is heavy for what it is. I thought it was crystal at first too, but I believe it's just the glass. And then this is lovely. This is hand painted, reticulated or cutouts, I should say, here in the piece. And it's a celery dish. Those are beautiful hand-painted asters, blue asters that are on there. And I did find that in doing the research that there were a few of those out there, usually attributed to about the 1920s in Japan. It does say hand-painted on the back. It doesn't really say anything else. So I'm going to go with that as a Japanese piece. Kind of reminds me of something that would be more Austrian or Bavarian. But I'm going to go with what I find on the research. I want to be as accurate as I possibly can. For example, this piece, when I first saw it, I thought it was Mexican. I thought it was kind of like a Talavera design or something. As I started doing the research on this, I discovered that, if anything, it might be Belgian in origin, as there were a lot of pieces that were very similar to this. And I really love the design. Interestingly, it doesn't go all the way around, but you've got that nice gold accent on the back side. So you can switch it around if you want. You can be colorful one day and sophisticated the next. Anyway, it's a lovely piece. It is hand painted and it's in excellent condition. It is a ewer, so it'd look great with flowers or just on display on its own. Okay, I think I did it. I think I went through it all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will like and subscribe, or at least leave me a comment so I can say hi to you back. And I hope you have a great week, and we will see you next time. Thanks.